Bereshit, in the beginning. Rabbi Shimon opened, I have put my words in your mouth. How vital it is for a human being to engage in Torah day and night. For the Blessed Holy One listens to the voice of those who occupy themselves with Torah, and every word innovated in Torah by one engaged in Torah fashions one heaven. We have learned, the moment a new word of Torah originates from the mouth of a human being, that word ascends and presents herself before the Blessed Holy One, who lifts that word, kisses her, and adorns her with 70 crowns, engraved and inscribed. But an innovated word of wisdom ascends and settles on the head of Tzaddik, righteous one, vitality of the worlds. From there, it flies and soars through 70,000 worlds, ascending to the Ancient of Days. All the words of the Ancient of Days are words of wisdom, conveying supernal concealed mysteries. When that secret word of wisdom, innovated here, ascends, it joins those words of the Ancient of Days. Along with them, it ascends and descends, entering 18 hidden worlds, which no eye has seen, O God, but you. Emerging from there, they roam until they arrive, full and complete, presenting themselves before the Ancient of Days. At that moment, the Ancient of Days inhales the aroma of that word, and it pleases him more than anything. Lifting that word, he adorns her with 370,000 crowns. The word flies, ascending and descending, and is transformed into a heaven. So each and every word of wisdom is transformed into a heaven, existing enduringly in the presence of the Ancient of Days. He calls them new heavens, newly created heavens, hidden mysteries of supernal wisdom. As for all other innovated words of Torah, they stand before the Blessed Holy One, then ascend and are transformed into earths of the living. Then they descend, crowning themselves upon one earth, which is renewed and transformed into a new earth through that renewed word of Torah. Concerning this is written, as the new heavens and the new earth that I am making endure before me. The verse does not read, I have made, but rather, I am making, for he makes them continually out of those innovations and mysteries of Torah. Of this is written, I have put my words in your mouth and covered you with the shadow of my hand, to plant heavens and establish earth. The verse does not read the heavens, but rather heavens. Rabbi Eliezer asked, what is the meaning of, I have covered you with the shadow of my hand? He replied, when Torah was transmitted to Moses, myriads of celestial angels came to scorch him with flames from their mouths, but the Blessed Holy One sheltered him. Now when this word ascends, is aroused, and stands before the Blessed Holy One, he shelters that word and covers that person so that he will not be discovered by them, arousing their jealousy, before that word is transformed into new heavens and a new earth, as is written, I have covered you with the shadow of my hand, to plant heavens and establish earth. From this we learn that every word concealed from the eyes attains supernal value, as is written, I have covered you with the shadow of my hand. Why was it covered and hidden from view? For the sake of supernal value, as is written, to plant heavens and establish earth, as already explained. To say to Zion, you are Ami, my people. To say to those gates, those distinguished words, these above those. You are Ami. Do not read, you are Ami, my people, but rather, you are Imi, with me, becoming my partner. Just as I have made heaven and earth by speaking, as is said, by the word of Yod-He, Vav-He, the heavens were made, so do you. Happy are those engaged in Torah. Now if you say that the word of any ignorant person has the same effect, come and see. One who is unaccustomed to the mysteries of Torah and innovates words he does not fully understand. When that word ascends, a man of perversity, tongue of falsehood, bursts forth from the chasm of the immense abyss, leaping 500 parasangs to obtain that word. Grabbing her, he takes that word back to his chasm and transmogrifies her into a distorted heaven called chaos. The man of perversity flies through that heaven, 6,000 parasangs in one glide. As soon as the distorted heaven is established, a woman of whoredom emerges, clinging to it, joining with it. From there she sets out, killing thousands, myriads. For as long as she endures in that heaven, she is empowered to swoop through the entire world in a single moment. Concerning this is written, Woe unto them who haul iniquity with cords of falsehood, and sin as with a cart rope. Iniquity is the male. Who is sin? The female. He hauls the one called iniquity with those cords of falsehood, and then sin as with a cart rope, that female called sin, who is empowered there to fly and kill human beings. So, many are those she has struck dead. Who has struck them dead? This sin who slays human beings. Who causes this? A disciple unqualified to teach who teaches. May the compassionate one save us. Rabbi Shimon said to the companions, I beg of you not to utter a word of Torah that you do not know and have not heard properly from a lofty tree, lest you enable sin to slay multitudes without cause. They all opened, saying, May the compassionate one save us. May the compassionate one save us. Come and see. With Torah, the Blessed Holy One created the world. This has been established, as is written, I was with him as a nursling. I was a daily delight. He gazed upon her once, twice, 3 and 4 times, then spoke, creating through her. To teach human beings not to err in her, as is written, Then he saw and declared her, arranged her and probed her. He told humanity. The Blessed Holy One created what he created corresponding to those 4 times. He saw and declared her, arranged her and probed her. Before generating his work, he introduced 4 words. Bereshit bara Elohim et. In the beginning God created. First, these 4. Then, ha-Shamayim, the heavens. These correspond to the 4 times that the Blessed Holy One contemplated Torah before actualizing his work of art. Rabbi Eliezer was going to see Rabbi Yoseh, son of Rabbi Shimon, son of Laconia, his father-in-law. Rabbi Abba accompanied him, and a man was goading the donkeys behind them. Rabbi Abba said, Let us open openings of Torah, for the time is ripe to adorn ourselves on our way. Rabbi Eliezer opened, saying, My Sabbaths you are to observe. Come and see, in 6 days the Blessed Holy One created the world. Every single day revealed its work, transmitting its power through that day. When did it reveal its work and transmit its power? On the 4th day, for those first 3 days were all concealed, not revealed. When the 4th day arrived, it generated the work and power of them all, since fire, water, and air, although they are 3 ethereal elements, were all suspended, their work unrevealed until earth revealed them. Then the skill of each one of them was made known. Now you might say this happened on the 3rd day, concerning which is written, "Let the earth sprout vegetation," and the earth brought forth vegetation. But although written of the 3rd day, it was really the 4th, included in the 3rd to be one without division. From the 4th day on, its work was revealed, yielding an artisan for each and every skill, for the 4th day constitutes the 4th leg of the celestial throne. All the work of all of them, both earlier and later days, was dependent on the Sabbath day, as is written, God included in the 7th day his work that he had made. This is Sabbath, 4th leg of the throne. Now you might ask, if so, why my Sabbaths you are to observe too? The answer is, the Sabbath of Sabbath Eve and the Sabbath of the day itself, which are indivisible. That rambling donkey driver, goading behind them, said, "And what is my sanctuary you are to hold in awe?" He replied, "This is the holiness of the Sabbath." He said, "What is the holiness of the Sabbath?" He replied, "This is the holiness drawn down from above." He said, "If so, you have turned the Sabbath into something not holy, except for the holiness that rests upon it from above." Rabbi Abba said, "So it is. Call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of Yod-He Vav-He honored." Sabbath and holy of Yod-He Vav-He are each mentioned separately. He said, "If so, who is holy of Yod-He Vav-He?" He replied, "Holiness that descends from above, resting upon it." He said, "If holiness drawn down from above is called honored, then it appears that the Sabbath is not honored, yet it is written, 'and honor it.'" Rabbi Eliezer said to Rabbi Abba, "Let this man be. Within him lies a new word we do not know." They said to him, "Speak." He opened, saying, "Et Shabbatotai, my Sabbaths." Et amplifies the meaning to include the range of Sabbath, which is 2,000 cubits in every direction. So the meaning is expanded. Et Shabbatotai, my Sabbaths. One is the higher Sabbath, the other the lower Sabbath, both included as one, concealed as one. Another Sabbath was left unmentioned and felt ashamed. She said before him, "Master of the universe, since the day you created me, I have been called Sabbath, and there can be no day without night." He replied, "My daughter, you are Sabbath. I call you Sabbath, but I am about to crown you with a higher crown." He issued a proclamation, "My sanctuary you are to hold in awe." This is the Sabbath of Sabbath Eve, who is awe and in whom awe dwells. Who is that? The one included by the Blessed Holy One when he said, "I am Yod-He Vav-He." I heard my father say so precisely. Et includes the range of Sabbath. My Sabbaths are a circle with a square inscribed within. They are 2, corresponding to which are 2 hallowings we should recite. One is Vaikulu, and they, heaven and earth, were completed. The other, Kiddush, hallowing. Vaikulu contains 35 words, and in the Kiddush that we recite there are 35 words, altogether amounting to 70 names of the Blessed Holy One, with which Assembly of Israel is adorned. Since this circle and square are my Sabbaths, they are both included in Shamor, observe, as is written, Tishmoru, you are to observe. Whereas the higher Sabbath is not included here in Shamor, observe, but rather in Zakor, remember, for the Supreme King is completed by Zakor. So he is called the King who possesses peace, and his peace is Zakor. That is why there is no strife above, because of the two pieces below, one Jacob, the other Joseph. So it is written twice, peace, peace to the far and the near. To the far refers to Jacob, and the near refers to Joseph. To the far, as is said, from afar Yod-He-Vav-He appeared to me. His sister stood far off, and the near, as is said, knew gods who came from nearby. From afar is the highest point, standing in its palace. So it is written, Tishmoru, you are to observe, included in Shamor, observe. My sanctuary you are to hold in awe is the point standing in the center, which one should fear more than anything, for its punishment is death, as is written, Mahe lalahe, those who profane it shall surely be put to death. Who are Maha lalahe? Those who profane it. Whoever enters the hollow of the circle and the square, the site where that point rests, and damages it, shall surely be put to death. So it is written, you are to hold in awe. That point is called I, and on it rests that high concealed one, unrevealed. This is Yod-He-Vav-He, and all is one. Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Abba dismounted and kissed him. They said, all this wisdom in your hand, and you are goading our donkeys behind us? Who are you? He replied, do not ask who I am. Rather, let us go together, engaging in Torah. Let each one speak words of wisdom to illumine the way. They said to him, who appointed you to go here, goading donkeys? He replied, Yod waged war with two letters, Kaf and Samek, to be bound together with me. Kaf did not want to depart and be bound, since it cannot survive for a moment anywhere else. Samek did not want to depart, so it could support those who fall, for without Samek they cannot survive. Alone, Yod came to me, kissing and embracing me. She wept with me, saying, my son, what can I do for you? But look, I will ascend and fill myself with goodness, with hidden celestial splendid letters. Then I will come to you, serving as your support. I will endow you with two letters, higher than those that departed, namely Yesh, substance, celestial Yod, and Shin, as your treasuries filled with everything. So, my son, go and goad donkeys. That is why I go like this. Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Abba rejoiced and wept. They said, go ride, we will goad the donkeys behind you. He said to them, didn't I tell you it is the command of the king until the one driving donkeys arrives? They said to him, but you haven't told us your name, the site you inhabit. what is it?" He replied, "The site I inhabit is fine and lofty for me, a certain tower soaring in the air, grand and splendid. Those dwelling in this tower are the Blessed Holy One and a certain poor person. This is where I reside, but I have gone into exile, goading donkeys." Rabbi Abba and Rabbi Eliezer gazed at him. He had flavored his words for them as sweet as manna and honey. They said to him, "If you tell us the name of your father, we will kiss the dust of your feet." He said, "Why? It is not my habit to boast of Torah, but my father's dwelling was in the great ocean. He was a fish, circumnavigating the vast ocean from one end to the other. So grand and splendid, ancient of days, he would swallow all the other fish in the ocean, then spew them out alive, thriving, filled with all goodness of the world. So strong he could swim the ocean in one moment. He shot me out like an arrow from the hand of a mighty warrior, secreting me in that sight I described. Then he returned to his sight, disappearing into the ocean." Rabbi Eliezer contemplated his words. He said, "You are the son of the Holy Lamp. You are the son of Rav Hamnuna Sava, son of the radiance of Torah, and you are goading donkeys behind us?" They both wept together, kissed him, and went on. They said to him, "If it pleases our master, let him reveal his name to us." He opened, saying, "Benayahu, son of Yehoiada." This verse has been established, which is fine, but this verse alludes to supernal mysteries of Torah. Benayahu, son of Yehoiada, appears on behalf of a mystery of wisdom, a concealed word, and the name prevails. Son of a living man, Tzaddik, righteous one, vitality of the worlds, master of deeds, master of all action, of all celestial powers, for all emerge from him. He is Yod-He-Vav-He Tzavaot, Lord of hosts, insignia of all his hosts. Distinguished and supreme, he is called Master of Deeds. From Kav to El, this grand and dignified tree, supreme above all, from which site did it emerge? From which rung did it come? The verse goes on to say, "From Kav to El, a high concealed rung that no eye has seen, a rung containing all, gathered in from upper light, and from which all emerges. It is the holy hidden palace, in which all rungs are gathered and concealed. In the trunk of this tree all worlds exist. From it all holy powers are nourished and deployed. He smote the two Ariel of Moab. 2 sanctuaries existed because of him, were nourished by him. First temple and second temple. As soon as he departed, the flow flowing from above ceased. He, as it were, smote them, destroying and obliterating them, and the holy throne fell, as is written, "And I was in the midst of the exile." That rung called "I was in the midst of the exile." Why? By the river Kavar, river of already, on account of the river gushing and flowing, whose waters and springs ceased, so that it did not flow as before, as is written, "A river dries up and is parched." Dries up in the first temple, is parched in the second. So he smote the 2 Ariel of Moab. Moab, Moab, for they originated Me'av, from father, in heaven and were destroyed and obliterated because of him. All the lights illumining Israel darkened. Further, he went down and slew the lion. In former times, when this river gushed its waters below, the people of Israel were fulfilled, offering offerings and sacrifices to atone for their souls. Then from above would descend the image of a lion, whom they could see on the altar, crouching over its prey, consuming sacrifices like a fierce warrior, while all dogs hid themselves away, not venturing out. When sins prevailed, he descended to the rungs below, and he killed that lion, no longer willing to provide its prey. He, as it were, killed it. He slew the lion, really, within the pit, in plain sight of the evil other side. Seeing this, that other side was emboldened to send a dog to eat the offerings. What is the name of that lion? Uriel, for his face is the face of Arya, a lion. What is the name of that dog? Baal Adam is its name, for it is excluded from the category of Adam, human, but is rather a dog, its face a dog. On a snowy day, a day when sins prevailed, and judgment was decreed above by the celestial court. Of this is written, she is not afraid of snow for her household. Judgment on high. Why? Because her whole household is clothed in crimson and can endure the fierce fire. Until here, mystery of the verse. What is written next? He slew an Egyptian, a man of good appearance. Here the mystery of the verse discloses that whenever Israel sinned, he departed, withholding from them all the goodness, all the light illumining them. He slew an Egyptian man, the light of that light illumining Israel. Who is it? Moses, as is written. They said, an Egyptian man rescued us. There he was born. There he was raised, there he rose to the highest light. A man of mareh, good appearance, as is said, mareh, an appearance, not in riddles. Man, as is said, man of Elohim, husband, as it were, of that mareh, appearance, of the presence of Yod-He Vav-He, for he was worthy of conducting this rung on earth in any way he wished, something no other human attained. The Egyptian had a spear in his hand. This is the staff of God, handed down to him, as is said, with the staff of God in my hand. This is the staff created on the eve of Sabbath at twilight, engraved with the holy name, a holy engraving. With this he sinned at the rock, as is said. He struck the rock with his staff twice. The Blessed Holy One said to him, Moses, I did not give you my staff for this. By your life, from now on, it will no longer be in your hand. Immediately he went down to him with a club, with severe judgment, and wrenched the spear out of the Egyptian's hand. For from that moment it was withheld from him and was never again in his hand, and killed him with his own spear. Because of the sin of striking with that staff, he died and did not enter the Holy Land, and this light was withheld from Israel. From the 30, he was most honored. These are the 30 celestial years on which he drew, conveying them below. Drawing on them, he drew near. But the 3 he did not attain. They approached him, giving to him wholeheartedly, but he did not approach them. Still, although he was not counted as one of them, David set him over his bodyguard, for he never faded from the tablet of his heart. They are never separated. David set him close, not conversely, for with the praises, songs, and love that the moon offers to the sun, she draws him toward her, so that he dwell with her. This is David set him over his bodyguard. Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Abba fell before him. Meanwhile, they did not see him. They rose, looking in every direction, but could not see him. They sat down and wept, and could not speak to one another. After a while, Rabbi Abba said, "This is precisely what we learned. On whatever path the righteous walk, with words of Torah between them, virtuous ones of that world come to them." This was indeed Rav Hunana Sava, coming to us from that world to reveal these words to us. Before we could recognize him, he vanished. They rose and tried to go to the donkeys, but they would not move. They tried to go to them, but they would not move. Frightened, they left the donkeys behind. Still today, that spot is called Donkey's Sight.